Ruto gora Ruto. Kigote harambe mwasema tuta. Sawa sawa. Harambe. Harambe. Harambe.
Ladies and gentlemen, for more than almost 10 times now actually, the empowerment program has landed in Kisii. And we all know the major aim, it was basically to counter Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i in the Gusii region. But in all the occasions that they have been in Kisii, to be honestly speaking, it has been a huge disappointment, more especially to the team that William Ruto has entrusted to win the Kisii votes for him. Now, from that clip that I just played, that was another empowerment program that occurred where Moses Wetangula was leading the team. It's only that you people, you are not around. The number of choppers that landed in that kind of a place, it can shock you if you look at them. Spent a lot of money on choppers than even the amount that they were giving to the people there. And when you calculate the math, you realize that the choppers were not even necessary. The coming was not even necessary. It was just all about the people to be together, register and apply for these funds and for them to be able to develop themselves. But because it is politics day in, day out, William Ruto had to send these people to the Gusii community to come and try and win for him votes. Now, from that clip, we can all tell that there's proper rejection at the grassroots. Despite taking the money, people went ahead to reject President William Ruto's empowerment program team. And on this particular video, that is what I want to discuss here by giving clear reasons on why I think, despite bringing money, still they were rejected by the locals of the Kisii County. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel.
Wacha niulize kwa Kiswahili kwa sababu viongozi wanataka kuona. Bobasi oye! Bobasi oye! Wangapi wanakaribisha Mheshimiwa William Ruto aje hapa Bobasi kwa maneno ya maendeleo? Mwesipi.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me dive into the topic today without much wasting of time. If you look at that team that went there keenly, you could see Silvana Sosoro was there and many other members of parliament from the Kisii County. Also now the speaker was there. When it comes to William Ruto's team, this is among the top cream, the people he depends on for the campaigns in 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, what were the reasons as to why these people were rejected? Number one, it is Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i's effect at the ground. As we speak today, Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i has roughly conducted 3 journeys to Kisii County, where he has addressed rallies actually. The first one was the homecoming, the second one was a funeral, and the third one as well, it was still a funeral. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, it is very clear that his effect is felt across in the entire Gusii community. In that even if you come with another language, they will still concentrate on Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. At the background, when that clip was being taken, you could hear people shouting one term, others shouting Matiang'i, others actually not even accepting what the speaker was saying, though it was spoken in Kisii language. So I'm trying to interpret it to you people. So the fact remains that Matiang'i's effect has denied William Ruto a platform within the Gusii community. Now, Silvana Sosoro is the appointment of William Ruto. And to be honestly speaking, if there was a person who was supposed to show William Ruto that he is capable of doing it, it is Silvana Sosoro, not even the speaker. But still, despite the enough oiling of these politicians, for those who understand politics, you understand what I mean by oiling, these people were still not able to get the attention of the crowd on their side. Osoro is shouting, 2-term, nobody is saying anything. Osoro is asking people to lift up their hands in support of William Ruto, nobody is saying anything. Nobody is lifting up his hand. Osoro is telling the people there that I'm going to bring the president here to do development. Nobody is actually interested. That is a huge disappointment in the Gusii region. in relation to William Ruto's expectations, especially in support for 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, the other reason is this: Ruto's wrongdoings within his government. In his regime, there have been so many complaints from the common Matiang'i. And this starts from the recent remarks that he made, where he told the police officers to shoot the legs of the people. Hiyo ni kama kutia msumari moto kwenye kidonda. What do I mean by that? People were shot straight in the heads, including kids watching TVs in their homes. And as we speak today, some of them are yet to be buried. Then their families are watching TV, and then they are saying, William Ruto saying, shoot them in the legs. Meaning it's changing the tune from shoot their heads to the legs. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you expect these people to feel when they feel that a president is simply allowing people to be shot? Such kind of remarks can result to a cold reception in Kisii County. Not even just Kisii County, any part of this country. Apart from that, abductions have been happening in the country. People are fresh from that kind of an experience, where they are seeing on TV young kids at the age of 20, 21 being pushed into a Subaru vehicle and then later on taken for days. Some of them come back, some of them end up in mortuary. When you go to talk to such people, what do you expect them to talk about, to think about you? Ladies and gentlemen, the cost of living, it's up there. And it is felt all the way from northeastern to the lowlands of Nyanza. A clear indication that William Ruto's negative effect is felt across. So when you come to talk to people who are hungry, what do you expect from them? A cold reception. Hence, a clear reason as to why William Ruto's team was rejected in the Gusii region. Another thing that I have to tell you here, ladies and gentlemen, as to why William Ruto's team was rejected, it is that the public has now come to understand the motive of the empowerment program.
Kwa majina ni Sara Gacheba, msimamizi wa kikundi cha Tumaini Widows and Widowers Group, Self-Help Group. Nilikuja hapa, tulikuja jana tukakaa huko kwa shule, tukaambiwa tukuje leo. Kwenda huko nikapewa 2,000. 2,000 ndio hii, sijui nipatie nani? Sijui nipatie nani? Niache nani? Na kikundi ni watu 31. Widows and Widowers. Sasa sijui nifanye nini.
And she said she's a leader of a certain women group. And she has been tasked to give the 2,000 shillings to about 31 people. And she was saying people are going to get about 60 bob each. So people were watching across the country, and people simply concluded this is a campaign strategy. It is not necessarily meant to lift the common manager. Apart from that, these empowerment programs have been happening in Kisii here. But there's no one who has come out and said, from the empowerment programs, I've been a great beneficiary. My family is doing well. I'm making steps. No. Meaning it is not what people want. People want a better thing, a better program than this one. So the rejection, or maybe the understanding of the empowerment program, is one of the reasons as to why William Ruto's team was rejected within the Gusii region. Another thing that actually resulted to the rejection of that team, it is simply the composition of the team. As much as Osoro is very vocal in the in the national platform, he is not the voice of the Gusii community. He does not represent the character of a Gusii community when it comes to speaking for the people. There are people who can speak on behalf of the Gusii community and people will listen. But Osoro is nowhere in the picture. He is a representative of William Ruto, but not a representative of the entire Gusii community to William Ruto. So therefore, there's no way he could convince people to constantly listen and support William Ruto in the empowerment programs. He cannot. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Moses Wetangula is not influential at any capacity. It is just Bungoma he can speak and influence. But when it comes to the entire national platform, he cannot. People don't know him. People don't like him. He has not been acting well, or maybe has not been conducting himself as a speaker of the National Assembly. If he was conducting himself as a speaker, he could not be engaged in this kind of programs. So from the understanding that people have about Moses Wetangula and his unpopular state right now, Moses Wetangula could not attract people to listen and support the empowerment program. Hence the rejection that we saw in the Gusii region and Kisii County as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take on this particular video. I don't know what's your take. Please on the comment section, feel free to share with me what you think.